Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. Here we are. My headset's all fuckered up. What is today? I think it's Wednesday. I don't even know. I think it's Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. That would make sense. We drove up on Monday. We worked all Tuesday. And then Wednesday we woke up, got everything packed up out of the hotel, and I'm headed back home now. Um, It's just one of those jobs. I don't know what that type of job is, but we had a good time. I guess for the most part, other than a couple of things. So we drove up. Everything went smooth as silk. We had to. The one dude booked the hotel for everybody, and which I'm like, I yeah, I was a little ticked off because I like to get my points. I'm a Holiday Inn elite, Diamond Elite member. Okay? Of course, I like to stay at the Holiday Inns. So we go to the not Fairfield, I don't know, the Winfield, I don't know what it is. A shitty hotel chain, but it was actually not bad. So we get there, we get checked in, everything's fine. And then I thought that eventually somebody was going to say, hey, let's go out for dinner. Or we're going to go do a dinner. Because I have a fucking back truck. So I don't really have, you know, I can drive it around, but I'd rather not. But nobody said anything. Luckily, I had some stuff in my cooler that I could eat for dinner that night. And I played video games and had a good time. It wasn't bad. It was all right. And then in the morning, we woke up, went down. The breakfast blows at this place. Really blows. You got the scrambled eggs, but it's like with water in it. And it's like, why is there water in the eggs? Somebody explain that to me. Why is there water in the eggs? But I still ate them. They didn't have anything else, really. They had eggs, they had pancakes, and all that shit. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. So I just grabbed a coffee and some eggs, whatever, and I go out and we get loaded up. But I was like, I'm bringing some of my shit. I got a big ass cooler. I'm glad I did because whenever we got to the air base, they're like, hey, are you guys gonna stop and go to lunch or anything like that? And the guy that's our supervisor was like, no, we're not leaving. We're not doing anything like that. I'm like, man, good thing I decided to bring my fucking cooler because this guy don't do lunch. He don't do the lunch. You ain't getting no lunch. Don't expect no lunch. Don't ask for no lunch. You ain't getting no lunch. Which is fine, kind of, for me at least. But the other guy that we were with, he was like, God damn it, I like to eat lunch. And he couldn't eat nothing. I offered him some of my shit that I had, but nobody wanted any of it. That's fine. Fine by me. I'd rather keep the shit that I got anyways. And we had to clean a tank. It's a big diesel, not diesel. It's jet fuel, which is a lot like diesel. It's just a little bit different. Um, had to clean the tank. So they said, oh, there's only 45 gallons of jet fuel left in the tank according to our gauge. Like 45 gallons. They're like, yeah, we just couldn't pick up the little last tiny little bit that was in there. So like, okay, yeah, not a problem. I've got the room. I got a 3,000 gallon vac truck here. You want me to suck 45 gallons? What? Yeah, whatever. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's do it. And then, a lot of shit happens. We have to have meetings and safety briefings and all this other shit. And, dot the P's and cross the Q's or whatever the fuck. And we get out there. We get to the tank. It has 1,000 gallons in it. A little bit more than the 49 they were talking about. They're like, yeah, as long as it's less than 100, or we don't have to fill out this extra paper and blah 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 blah. I'm like, whatever, dude. And then it ends up being 1,000 gallons because they thought it was a flat bottom silo. Nah, this thing, it's like on the outside edge, it's a foot taller than it is in the center. So it was definitely tapered down, and there was a lot of fucking shit in there. I was like, because I'm watching it hit the gauge, I'm like, you almost done over there? And they're like, no, it's not even close. I'm like, oh shit. And now I'm running around with 1,000 gallons, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it. Jet fuel isn't. Gasoline is the scary one. You don't want to do gasoline or even propane because then it's compressed. But I don't ever mess with the propane. But makes no difference to me. 1,000 gallons, 50 gallons, whatever. And then we start rolling. Or we get loaded up. We get the truck placarded. We get it pulled out of the way. We send a guy in there to clean the tank. And we brought a pressure washer, but he said, no, I don't want to use a pressure washer. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't ever use a pressure washer. We just use some towels. We just use some towels and clean it up. But I didn't bring a harness or anything. And I asked the guy, I was like, do you want me to bring a harness, a mask, anything like that? He said, no, don't bring anything. I said, okay. And so one guy ended up doing all the cleaning. And he was in there on his hands and knees, scrubbing the floor like a little fucking housemaid. But, yeah, he did the entire floor. It's about a 30-foot diameter circular tank. And so he was in there for a while, scrubbing. We were done by 10, though. We were done. Like, we had other shit to do. Like, they wanted us to sit there till 3 o'clock, venting the tank out and checking the air. Even with fuel, the fuel that was in it, the LELs, the oxygen, everything was all the way down. The tank had been vented for a while, so there was no fumes built up or anything like that. So it was perfectly safe oxygen and everything in there. We still went ahead and had our guy put a organic vapor mask on or whatever cartridges he used, but he used a full face respirator. Went in there, and then we just had to sit there and let it vent out the rest of the time, but we didn't have to go. The guy didn't have to go in with his mask on anymore because it was emptied and cleaned. And yeah, we just sat there till 2 o'clock or whatever. And then he said, hey, we're going to leave all the trucks here except for one, and we're going to take this one to the hotel. And I'm like, oh, okay. Are we doing dinner? Because let me tell you what work is work. Food is food, okay? That's what I'm worried about. I'm like, all I got is beef jerky and fucking cheese sticks. And now I don't have a vehicle. So what the fuck are we going to eat, dude? So I asked him once we get back to the hotel after, around 3:30 or whatever. I'm like, so what are we doing for dinner? He's like, I don't know. I was like, are you going to go get dinner? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, I'd like to figure that out. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? First off, you're the only one guy with a fucking truck here. There's only there's a Casey's that is across the little road next to us. Other than that, there's a couple. There's a lot of different types of restaurants, but they're kind of far away to walk to. So I said, whatever. And I got out of his truck. Let me adjust my mirror There we go. Got out of my truck, or got out of his truck, and then went into the hotel, and I was like, I ran out of deodorant. I also wanted to shave a little bit. I wanted to clean up because my neck was starting to get fucking raw from the hairs being like a quarter of an inch long. I don't like the neck beard anyways. So the hotel, oh, and I was out of toothpaste. The hotel, they're like, we have toothpaste. We don't have any razors. We don't have any deodorant. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, Holiday Inn does. Holiday Inn does. You guys don't. What the fuck is up with that? So I walked it, you know, and Casey's is right across the street. So I walk over to Casey's. I thought about going over to the guy, but the guy, he acts like, sometimes he acts like I'm kind of part of the group and we're having fun. But then other times he it seems like he just does not want to be bothered by anyone. So I just don't bother him. So I was thinking about saying, hey, you're running over to Casey's, but it's right fucking there. So I ran a couple scenarios through my own head. I'm going to say, hey, you going over to Casey's? And he would say, it's right fucking, like, can you not walk 100 feet? I could walk 100 feet, so I walk over there. That he did not say that. That was just my own thing that he might say that, or he could say, oh yeah, for sure, but then be annoyed that he's driving me all the way over there when I could fucking walk it, you know. So I just walk over there. Not a big deal. I was like, you know what? Just to throw all these scenarios out the window, I'm just gonna walk over there. I walk over there. I walk inside. I grab the razor, the deodorant. The hotel, they had the toothpaste. And then as I'm walking to the front counter, I see a big ass Twisted Tea tall boy. So I grab that. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drink this too. And I go and I check out and then I turn around and I walk out the store. And whose truck is sitting right there? The fucking guy's truck is sitting right there. I was like, damn, maybe I should have asked him if he was going to Casey's because obviously he's at Casey's. But I didn't see him. I don't know where he went. I don't know if he went to the bathroom or what, but whenever I was walking out, I didn't see him, just his truck sitting there. I was like, okay, interesting. And I just kept on walking, and I walked back across the street. But I have no idea if he saw me or not. I imagine he did, but so I walk across the street, go to my hotel room, get cleaned up because part of me is thinking, okay, around 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe he'll send out a text and say, hey, let's go eat. Where do you guys want to go? Something like that to me and the other guy that we're with. No. No. 4:30 comes and passes. 5 o'clock comes and passes. 6 o'clock shows up. 6:30 shows up. And I'm like, I'm fucking hungry. But this guy, I'm already feel like I don't want to annoy him. But it's also like, you're the only one with the fucking truck. Okay? You fucking bitch ass. You're the only one with the fucking truck. I want to go somewhere, and now I can't go nowhere because now I don't even have my fucking vac truck with me, which I would drive my vac truck across town to the steakhouse and go eat. I would do that. He wouldn't be happy about it because it's got a has load on it. And we couldn't move the truck because the has load BOL had not been signed yet. So, whatever. It's fine. But my stomach is just turning. It's like, eat food. So I look up what's nearby, and there's a Who Hot, which is not my favorite place to go. Like, if you can get the bigger sized bowl, yeah, it's fucking amazing. But the regular sized bowl, you can't fit very much into that bowl. And they charge you what, I think it was $24 for a small bowl of food. Well, it was actually $21, and I gave a $3 tip. And I was like, what, $3 tip? That seems like all right. But then I started thinking as I was walking out after I had already wrote the shit down, I'm like, what the fuck am I tipping for? I show up, I have to wait for a fucking lady to come over to seat me, and she seats me right behind where she's standing. Okay, do you want money to fucking seat me? I don't understand. Whatever. So I sit down, they take my drink order. I gotta get up and I gotta walk all the way across the fucking restaurant to grab a tiny little bowl and fill it up with all my own ingredients. And then I hate their fucking ladle shit. Their fucking ladles, you spill half of the ladle out because they have the spit guards or whatever. You spill half of the ladle out just trying to get it out over on top of your bowl. You got to fill up your bowl. You can't tell how much sauce you really have because you're just dumping it on top of your bowl. And you're like, is this enough? I don't know if this is enough sauce. Like, I just keep pouring sauce on there. And I'm like, I think this is okay. I don't know. But, yeah, you pour all the fucking sauce on there after you're fighting to keep as many mushrooms and onions on top of your pile of meat as possible. They did have oysters, which was interesting. I was like, oysters? That's interesting. I grabbed 4 oysters and I threw it on there. They ain't got no eggs. The fuck is that about? Okay? Bring some fucking eggs in the fucking mix. The hell? And then you gotta walk it over around this gigantic oven, well, stovetop or whatever, like the big griddle thing, and you gotta stand there with no drink and wait for them to cook your food. I mean, I'm complaining about this, and this is also the same exact thing at Mongolian barbecue, BD's back in Kansas City. Now, BD's, I don't mind any of that shit because it's so fucking delicious, and you can pile so much into that fucking bowl. The bowls at Hoo Hot are too tiny. They're too small. And the shit's all frozen, and it's all slippy slidey, all fucking off your bowl and onto the floor. And you're like, damn it, that was a big piece of fucking steak that I just dropped. God damn it. And you get through the whole thing, and you're like, man, I wish I just didn't grab those fucking clams or oysters or whatever. I wish I wouldn't have grabbed those because those are taking up a lot of fucking real estate for a tiny little bit amount of meat, you know? Really fucked up there. And you stand there while the person cooks your food, and you're like, I'd go ahead and stir mine. You should probably make your way over to mine and stir it. And then you start looking around, you're like, hey, are you going to fucking stir that shit? Are you going to stir that? Hey, my shit needs... Hello? Come over to my side of the fucking stovetop. Stir my shit. My shit's burning. Hello? Is anybody there? And then they, like, whenever they dump it and all your sauce, all that delicious sauce that you fucking put in there, they scrape it into the fucking center trash can of the fucking oven, and you're like, why the fuck did you just dump all my sauce down the fucking drain? The hell? And then they give it to you on a plate, and then you gotta walk it all the way over to your table and sit down, and yeah, I'm surprised, but there was a tea sitting there, you know, because that's what I ordered was a tea. They don't have sweet tea. They just have regular tea, which is fine. I don't need the sugar anyways, and I just had sugary fucking twisted tea before that, but I sit there, I eat all my food. Nobody came by to say, how's your food? Right as you put a fucking spoonful of food in your mouth. How's your food? How'd it turn out? Does it taste good? It's like, hey, you see I'm fucking eating? And also whenever I walked up, she's like, how many? Oh, just me. Oh, just one? Just one? I'm like, yeah, just one. Just one. I had to walk here, bitch. Fucking let me sit down. And then I sat there. The longest part of this entire process was waiting for the fucking bill. I sat there. I ate my food like a savage. because I was so hungry. I drank all of my tea, and then I'm just sitting there. And I'm like, I think I have to wait for somebody to bring me my bill. And I kept turning around, looking around. I'm like, waiting for a server to be walking by or something. No. Nope. They're all busy. They are all busy. Eventually, she walked up. She already had my bill for me. She knew. She could feel the tension coming from my table. She walked over. She gave me my bill. And I'm like, what the fuck am I tipping for? You brought me a tea. Whoop-de-doo! Is that worth $3? You're charging me $2.50 for a tiny cup of fucking tea, and then I'm gonna tip you $3 on top of that? That's the most expensive cup of tea I've ever had in my life. Oh, you brought me my bill? Wonderful. Like, what am I tipping for here? What is the tipping, schedule here? Because I got all my own food. I had to go over there and figure it all the fuck out and carry the shit, and I got it all over my hands. And now, I should go to the bathroom and wash my hands. I just had raw food all over my hands, but I'm not gonna. Just gonna sit here with fucking sticky hands for a while until my food's eaten all the way. So anyways, I had Who Hot again. Because my only other option was Burger King or Casey's, and it was around 7:30 when I went and sat down, and I'm like, God damn it, and went back to the hotel room and almost got hit by a car because they're fucking crossing the little buttons you hit for the crosswalk. Yeah, you wait there. You have to wait through like 2 fucking light cycles. And then it says, okay, you can walk before you even get through the first section of the fucking crosswalk. It's already red again. It's saying, don't walk, don't walk, don't walk. And it's like, hey, you just told me to walk. Motherfucker, you just told me to walk. And then lights are changing, and I'm like, hey, I'm in the middle of the road. And people look at you like you're jaywalking. And it's like, no, the fucking thing, it was white. It said walk. And I walked, and then as soon as I get out in the fucking road, it says, don't walk. The hell is that about? How do people get around this town? Should have just ran across the road like Frogger. I'd have had better luck. Yeah, went back to the hotel, and I just hung out. There was also another crew of people there, and I had texted them, and I said, hey, I might be going out to dinner with my guys, but if not, where are you guys going out to dinner? And the guy said, yeah, we'll be back later. And then he never replied until this morning. We were both down there eating breakfast, and he's like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you last night. Yeah, we went out for pizzas and beer at that one fucking place. Okay. He's like, yeah, they had really good hot wings. What? Okay, yeah, that's great. I'm so glad I texted you before that and asked you if you guys were going to go out to eat, and you never fucking replied. The fuck? So, anyways, yeah, just played video games for a little while, fell asleep, woke up early, actually. I was kind of scared that I wasn't going to be down there in time or something for some reason. I don't know why, but I got all my shit packed up, got changed, and got down there, ate some breakfast. They actually had some sausage. It was boiled sausage, okay? Can you throw this? Can you get a little fucking brown to the sausage? It's fucking boiled sausage. Oh, what the fuck is this? I don't know. And then I drank some coffee. And I go out to the truck where my guys are. And the other guy that, I was down there eating breakfast with, he's there too. And he's like, I'm going to go in for another cup of coffee. I said, okay. And, it's cold out. We're up in Sioux City, Iowa. And so I walk down to the truck, and the rear doors are unlocked. The front doors are locked. The rear doors are unlocked. So I open up the rear doors, and I throw all my shit in, my cooler, my laptop, my work bag. my ass, and just sitting in there. And it wasn't another like half hour, 45 minutes before the other guys even showed up. And they came out there like, "How the fuck did you get in my truck?" I was like, "It was fucking unlocked." And up in the front center console, there's a bunch of beer cans sitting there. So they were, I'm guessing, they fucking went over and picked up a case of beer and was outside hanging out, and did not want to hang out with me, which is fine, whatever, I guess. Because I asked one of the other guys, he's like, "Oh, what do you play on your laptop?" I'm like, "I play the BeamNG game." He's like, "Oh, I've seen a video about that. That looks cool as fuck." I'm like, "Yeah." And then later that night, not later that night, but shortly after we got to the hotel, I was like, I texted him. I said, "Hey, I think we're on the same floor. If you wanted to come by and play this game, come on over." No, they were downstairs just having a great old time, drinking and having a good time. Nobody invited me. I felt left out. Is what it was. I feel real left out. Um, but whatever. I don't need nobody. Okay, I'm used to being by myself anyways. So we rode in the truck, went to the job site, and just vented out the tank a little bit more. Like, we had to hook up the fan and all the air hose and all that shit, and vented out. And we sat around waiting for some other guy to show up and certify the cleanliness of the tank. And he just had to walk in for 5 minutes and then sign a paper and then walk out. He was done. And then I had to sit there and wait until, well, one guy, he had to go take a rental air compressor back to the rental place. The other guy, he took my paperwork and he was over there trying to get it signed, but we had to wait for some special motherfucker to come over and sign papers. So we sat there for a while, and then I got on the road, and as soon as I got on the road, I started this podcast. So about 30 minutes ago, we left. That was at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. And I'm headed down. I'll be at my dump site at 2 o'clock. I'm going to dump this shit, probably open up the back hatch and rinse it all out just to clean it as good as I can with some water at the dump site. And then go back to the shop, and I think I'm going to go home. I think that would be ideal, is to go home, because tomorrow I'm coming back up to Des Moines. I thought I was going to be doing the pipeline job. That's what it's been on my schedule all week, but, the Alan Jackson concert, my mom's birthday, the family reunion thing, dinner thing at the fucking fancy restaurant is happening. So I did not want to work Saturday, and that was always that was my main concern with doing the pipeline job, is that there might be some work that needs to be done on Saturday. We have no idea. So I was trying to get out of it, but my boss didn't seem like he was too interested about that. But he did switch me out. He actually did. So now, tomorrow's Thursday, I'll be driving up and grabbing a load of waste and then offloading it at the landfill. And then on Friday, it says I'll be doing a load of pallets with a different truck and a different truck and trailer. I'll be taking a load of pallets and then doing another trash run for the automobile company. So that's a little bit of a wrap up, a quick little wrap up of what's going on. I've been in contact with the wife. Been talking to her each day a little bit. My son was very upset at me. I had no idea why. I didn't understand why he was upset at me. But my wife, she's like, "Your son is really mad at you." I'm like, "Why? What did I do?" She's like, "Because of what you told him the other day." I'm like, what did I tell him? I totally forgot. Like, what did I say? What? I'm trying to remember anything we talked about, and me and him, we talk, but I don't remember what it was about. It's usually just something funny and silly. So the other day, like 3 days ago, on the weekend, I think it was Saturday, my son, he showed me his middle finger, and he said, look what I learned. And my wife was like, yeah, he learned that. And I was like, that's funny, but that's also kind of rude. You shouldn't do that to anybody. He's like, why is it rude? I'm like, because it means a bad word. He's like, oh, really? What bad word? I was like, it means fuck you. And he's like, oh. And he just kind of seemed like sad and kind of out, and he kind of just dropped it at that point. And I was like, okay. And, but it was kind of just like a silly conversation. I was just like, don't do that to people because it might make them mad. And so it was yesterday. She's like, yeah, he's mad at you, or he's upset with you because you said fuck you to him. I'm like, oh, for the middle finger thing? And you could hear my son in the background. He's like, yeah, I did that, and then you said that to me. I was like, yeah, I did say that, but that's what it means. It doesn't mean fuck Levi. It means whoever you're pointing it to, it means, hey, fuck you. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that you're bad or anything. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I would know. I know. So I gotta go. I gotta go make up for that because he's been, I guess, pretty sad about things with me. Been real upset that I said I would say that to him. He's like, I can't believe you said that to your son. I'm like, hold on, why are you using that vocab? Where'd you learn all that vocab at, buddy? I can't believe you would say that to your son. Like, that's not something that comes out of a 5-year-old's mouth. Like, I don't know, but he's so funny, and I'm sure once I get home and I tickle him, he'll be fine. My daughter, yep, she's still sick. She went in to the doctor's office. They said I don't know, she's having a fever on and off. There's a lot of kids out sick right now, so it's I don't know. They're saying it's the start of an ear infection. Could be something else. Here's some fucking antibiotics. Take this and she'll feel better. So that's what that's what I heard my wife had got. She's gonna try out that stuff. Hopefully she feels better. We were supposed to go to the pumpkin patch on Sunday, but she had a fever, and that was Sunday, and now it's Wednesday, and she's still having an on and off fever. And I don't know. I don't want to say don't treat her, but the fever, whenever and I'm not a doctor. I hope you know that. I hope you know that my medical knowledge is not my own, and I'm just spewing out inaccurate explanations about shit like that I cannot confirm nor deny. But what I feel, what I think, and what I think I've heard is that whenever you get a fever, that is your body raising the temperature to kill off diseases. And whenever you treat that fever, you're just prolonging the disease, because if your body can heat up enough for long enough to kill the disease, that's what the fever is for. That's why you get a fever. Your body heats up, you get a fever. Now, obviously, the fevers get, if you have something really wrong and that you heat up way too much, yeah, that's not good. Like that, you got to definitely do something to figure that out. So yeah, I was trying to explain that to her, to my wife. She did not like that. She's like, she is miserable. I'm like, okay. And I don't know. part of me is kind of thinking maybe that's what we're doing. It's just prolonging the disease by keeping the body from healing itself. And that, I don't know. But whatever. I'm sure she'll be fine. We'll get it figured out. And she said she's been acting pretty normal, though. I'm like, well, then let her have a fever. And it's like 101, I think. And I'm like, that's a low grade fever. She's like, it is not low grade. I'm like, it's pretty low grade. 101? Pretty sure I get that when I go to work. Just kidding. I don't know. But, oh, man. Did not even turn on the TV in the hotel room. Didn't turn it on once. The hotel room was kind of nice. I was shocked because everything else looked shitty about it. But the room was nice. Had nice fake wood floors. All the furniture was nice and newer looking, updated, I guess. The TV, it was like a 60-inch TV. It was a big fucking TV. And it was like, the room was not a big room. It was just a gigantic TV sitting right there. I was like, holy. And then the bathroom, that's what I was most impressed by, was in the bathroom, the mirror, there were buttons on the mirror. Like, clickless buttons. I don't know, like infrared buttons or whatever. You could turn on a light and it would light up the whole mirror, and you could change the color mood. You could change it from like soft white to bright white to like a yellowish, like sunset type light. And it also had a defog mode. So whenever you get in the shower and you get all steamied up in there, you get out of the shower, you just click that defog button and boom, the fog is gone. It's fucking amazing. But the shower was not good. I was slowly filling the bathtub. It was above my ankles by the time I was done with my shower. I was like, this thing ain't fucking draining. And I ain't gonna do nothing to try to figure it out either. I'm just gonna slop around in here like a damn pig. And then just drip dry on the outside, I guess. I don't know. What else did happen? Nothing much. I just laid there and I played on my phone for a while. Until I started to fall asleep. I played video games a little bit, but my career mode is really fucking buggy. I don't know what the hell's going on, but my career mode, at least the save that I have, I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it really sucks because I got a new truck on the game. I sold the square body, which is crazy. Like, why would you sell the square body? Because it would not spawn anymore. Like, I would have to restart the entire game, and then the first thing I do is spawn in the square body. Well, if you crash the square body and you go to repair it, you repair it 4 times, you hit the repair button 4 times, it charges you each time, and it still does not fix your truck. And then your truck gets put in storage, and then you're like, okay, well, just give me my truck out of storage, damaged. Well, it won't let you do that. And then you finally figure out how to get it to repair, and it actually starts, repairing it, which is cool. All right, it's repaired, bring it out, and you can't fucking sit in the truck. The button to sit in the truck does not work anymore. You got to restart the game and turn it back on. And it's just like, this is why I love to play BeamNG, but you will spend hours, most of the time, you playing the game, air quotes, playing the game, is just trying to get it to fucking work, okay? Now, I know it's a beta game. It's not like complete. It's not done. It's still needs a lot of work. They don't claim that it's a polished, good working game, and I'm also using a lot of mods and stuff, but dude, if I want to play the game, it's just, you're going to spend hours just trying to get it to work right, and then about 20 minutes actually playing the game, and you're going to be like, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off now. And I would have played my other game. I connected to the internet out there, and it was working okay. I was able to download a couple of mods for BeamNG, but my CarX Street game needed an update. And I hit update, and it no shit took 6 hours to download an update. And so instead of downloading the update until last night, I was like, I'll just go ahead and click update now, and maybe it'll be done by the time I'm ready to play. No, I woke up to it, and it was like 99%, 100% done, complete. I was like, oh shit! Just kidding. It didn't take that long, but it was a very long time for it to update. And I just clicked update, and then I fell asleep. And so now it's updated, but I didn't get to play it at all. And it's got a lot of cool new shit on there that I'd like to check out. But like last time I went out of town with my laptop, it just, whenever I got home with it, just stayed in the bag. I didn't even take it out of the bag. I just left it in the bag. Didn't even plug it in, hook it up, nothing like that. Because when am I going to have time to play this fucking game? You know? Not going to have time to play the game at home. So, and I thought I was going to be going out of town at least one more day this week, but not anymore. I was going to take it with me because I like doing that pipeline job. I do. I like it. I like it a lot, but cannot risk me working on Saturday. I'm glad he switched me off of it because I was a little worried there. He's like, oh, it'll be fine. And if it's not, who gives a shit if you miss all of the cool things happening in your life? He doesn't. He doesn't give a shit. So I'm glad he did give a little bit of a shit and he switched me out. And I also have Halloween off, which is going to be pretty fucking tits. That's going to be nice, having Halloween off. Because I'm going to go carve pumpkins with my son at his school in the middle of the day. I cheated this morning. This morning I cheated. I feel like I've said this last few episodes, I've been cheating too much, and I have an addiction. Because I had breakfast at the hotel, and it was a perfectly fine breakfast. Sausage and eggs. Nothing else. Coffee. That was it. Sausage, eggs, and coffee. All pretty bland fucking foods. Good. And I was satisfied. I would be satisfied without breakfast, actually. But we went over to the Casey's, and I walked in there, and I just followed my nose to wherever it goes. And it led me straight to the fucking warmer where they have all the food in there. And the sausage pizza, I used to work at a Casey's, so I know all the stuff they got in there. And I saw the sausage pizza, and it looked like it was made with love. So I grabbed me a slice of sausage pizza. Did I stop there? I wish. But I didn't. They do have a new item that I have not seen before. It's called a waffle sausage, egg, and cheese and bacon biscuit thing. And I said, what's that? I wonder what that tastes like. I better buy that also. So, yeah, I cheated hardcore this morning. And I just got to do my best to not cheat no more. I have an addiction, though. If it's available, I'm going to fucking eat it. It's hard for me to not, And but if you think about it, what bread have I had recently? So I had basically 2 waffles, a slice of pizza. What was that? Thursday night, I ate probably 6 slices of pizza. That's a lot of bread. I've had a lot of bread. Some people eat pizza every day, though. So I'm doing better than them. I still don't. I don't want to be too hard on myself because I will, uh, maybe take it out too much on me. I'm I'm doing good. I'm still doing good, even though I've fallen off a couple of times. Still doing okay. Okay. I'm not sitting here just eating a giant bag of Doritos, shoveling Oreos in my mouth, drinking Mountain Dew. I'm not eating a Big Mac. I'm not doing all that stuff, okay? And that's stuff that I would have no problem doing in the past. I could do all that in the same day, multiple days in a row. I could eat a whole pack of Oreos, a whole bag of Doritos, and finish it off with two Big Macs, because why would I get one? One is not enough. I would get two Big Macs with a large fry, a large sweet tea, and maybe even a fucking McFlurry to finish it off. And that would be a normal fucking meal for me. I'm doing good. Nobody can tell me I'm failing, because I am doing good, okay? Casey's really fucking tempted me and got the best of me, but you know what? It was fucking delicious. It was so goddamn good. My belly hurts because the pizza, I have a history with the pizza. Yeah, the breakfast pizza, it tastes amazing. I love it, but I used to not eat it because it would always give me horrible gas pains. And I just hadn't had it in a while. I'm like, maybe I won't get gas pains. I got gas pains. I got gas pains, y'all. That pizza done did it. Could have been a waffle thing too, but it's not. Now the problem is, I'm thinking like, ooh, what if I cheat again tonight? Like, that's not going to be a big deal. It will be a big deal. I need to not do that. I need to hit myself in the head. Say, stop it. Stop cheating. Don't you want to continue to see gains? Don't you want to continue to see weight drop off of your belly, your fat little belly, your belt? You got to put a new hole in your belt, Kletus. Kletus, you're doing good. You need a new hole in your belt. The hole that I had made, that wasn't that long ago that I made that hole. And now that hole is way too fucking loose. My pants will be falling down. I'm seeing changes. My wife, first time she complimented me, this whole deal. First time she complimented me was the other night, and I was wearing like a little, I had like a little t-shirt with 3 buttons on the top, and I was just walking around in gym shorts. It was just a shirt that I found, and I threw it on because I needed to go help her grab groceries out of the car the other day. And I was sitting on the couch, and she's like, you in that shirt, you can really tell how much weight you've lost. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. Because that type of shirt really shows your figure, and I can definitely tell you've lost like 40 pounds. I'm like, you're melting my heart right now. You did. That's all I really needed. I needed that. Some people would say, "Oh, you're doing good. I'm glad. Keep it up." And that's a normal response by somebody that you're not like super duper close with. But your wife, when your wife says something like that, and you're like, "Damn, you ain't never said nothing nice to me in my life." And now look at you. You're talking nice to me. You're like, you're almost as fat as you were when we got married. I was like, you make me the happiest little man in the whole world. Because I was, I don't know. I imagine myself. I've been fat since after high school. I've been pretty fat after high school, but in reality, I was in pretty fucking good shape. Um, Not bad. Like, a little bit of a belly, but nothing like what I had and what I continue to have right now. So I need to get this shit going down. I need to be 200 pounds is what I'd like to be. Another 50 to go. Um, yeah, and I don't want to use like drugs. I don't want to use some like severe methods to lose the weight, because if you know, the faster you lose the weight, the way so much easier it is to put it right back on. Um, so, and I think this is one of the best methods: carnivore diet, essence, low carb, no carb, carnivore, lion, whatever the fuck you want to call it, diet slash lifestyle, works out pretty good. And you can, you know, I still cheat every now and again. I have kind of stalled out on my weight loss, but uh, you know, once I get down to 200, that's where I'd like to stall out. That's where I'd like to, you know, once a week eat something fucking delicious. But the rest of the week, keep on it, okay? Keep on it. And then continue doing the 24-hour fasting things. Those are, I think those are pretty essential, is fasting for like 24 hours most of the week. Those help out, because your body is still consuming and creating energy, but it's energy that's already stored in your fat cells rather than the fat you're shoving in your mouth, your fat fucking mouth. You fat fucking bitch. You're so goddamn fat. You need to lose fucking weight, you fat fuck. Okay, I'm talking to myself here. Am I being hard on myself? I don't think so, because I'm a pretty fucking cool, funny guy to myself. And whenever I tell myself, you're a fat little fucking fuckhead, you fucking fat fuck, I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. You're so cute. Just kidding. I'm losing you guys. I'm losing shit to talk about. Start fucking talking to myself. Literally. Litter. There's no D in literally. Oh, that's close enough to an hour. Keep all 18 down. Adios.